The launch of Season 4 of Apex Legends, I wanted to make a tips and tricks and a settings guide video for the new season and what I recommend. I know I haven't uploaded in like the last 3 weeks, it's because I lost my editing software and I basically had nothing I could edit with. Now I've actually got my editing software now, dude. I can properly edit and easy, and a PC I can properly do it as well and record on. It should be fine now, and I can go back to normal of editing. Now back to the video. So let's start off with the settings. So first of all, if you go to settings on gameplay, this is what I recommend. So minimap rotation, I'd say keep this on. Actually, no, my mistake. So let's go to impact soul versus top it. So impact soul, keep that on combat. It basically means it shows you how detailed or less information about your gun or anything else on the ground. Keep that on default or combatant, just because then, or actually no, if you are new to the game, default because you don't, then you can know or learn it. If you completely know what you're doing, compact, so you don't need that on. Buttonings, same thing. If you are new to the game, keep that on. If you've played the game long enough, you know what to press and what. Off it is. Crosshair damage feedback, keep that with X with shield icon. Basically, when you shoot people, it will then show their shield. If you keep it on X or off, it will show like in feedback of their health, their shield, what color it is. With this way, you can then see what color their shield is and how much you're doing damage from, and what color it is. Good for communication. Damage numbers, I'll say floating. With stacking, it basically has a combined total, which it can be good, but I'll say stacking, then you know what bullets. If you do, then you know exactly how much bullet per bullet damage you're doing. Then it's good for like communicating, for like saying, oh, I did this much damage per shot. Both is just the same thing. I'll say keep it on floating. Ping opacity, I'd say again fade default because then you can see more of your ping. Fade if you don't care about your ping and just want it all and just fade it. Kill feed, keep that on because then you know, otherwise you won't know what's going on in the match, how many people's left. Just keep it on so you know what's going on in the game. Minute rotation, that's personal preference. I prefer having it on so it just rotates when I'm moving. Otherwise with it off, it will keep facing a certain direction and it will not turn around, so then only your character will turn. Weapon auto cycle on empty, turn that off, because basically if that's on, you are then reload. Just say you want to just not reload, just say you want to just, you finish the battle and you want to reload, you run out of ammo, then basically you're reloading if when you don't want to, and that will get you killed. If it, then when it's, at least when it's off, you can then control when you reload, and you can reload when you're safe, not when you're in battle. Auto sprint, turn it off. That can mess around with, like, means you can sprint automatically without any notice. Those that sprints can be useful, but I'd say keep that off because that means you automatic sprints. Damage feedback 3D, so you get like a 3D indicator arrow showing how much damage you do to an wax. That's very useful. Taking damage close to death box, turn that off straight away. Basically when it's on, if you're in battle and or when you're looting basically and someone shoots you, it will basically take you out of the loot box, which if it's off, it'll stay in it, which is very good. Just say you want to like go in the loot box quickly to get armor when you get shot at. You can then do it like that. But when it's on, you basically can't do a thing. You're basically taken out of it as soon as you get into the loot box and you can't get that armor you want to try to get just to save yourself. Stream mode, keep that off if you're not a streamer. If you're a streamer and don't, then keep it on. Use sharing, just keep it on, because if you turn it off then you might lose some stuff and EA can't monitor. I suppose accessibility, that's your personal preference, but personally I'm not colorblind so it's all off, but if you are then change it to whatever fits your personal preference. Right, let's go on to the keyboard and mouse settings. So this is basically for keyboard and mouse PC only version, so I would recommend the mouse sensitivity to be 2.5. Default is way too high. I feel like 2.5 is a good compromise and solid like accuracy you can put on. With ADS mouse sensitivity, keep that on 1, as if you turn it down, it does make it so your aim's slower, higher, your aim will go out of control and you can't control it. Of course, if you're used to high sensitivity, then do it. Push to high sensitivity if you want to, but this is what I use. Mouse acceleration, up to you, but basically if you turn it on, then if you the faster you move your mouse, the faster your aim looks. Keep it on off, then even though you move mouse fast, it will still move your character at the same speed. Mouse invert, turn it off, because if basically you move mouse upwards, it basically means you're facing downwards. If you push it downwards, it faces upwards. So turn invert off, unless you are weird and just like invert on, so just, yeah, keep it off. Light effects, that's basically PC only. It's for like mouse and keyboard, which light ups what you do in certain games, which is like the Crosshair and HyperX keyboard and mouses. I think Razer as well do it, so if you have one of those keyboards, then try out. It might actually be useful. You might actually like it. Now onto the keyboard mouse keyboard line. So what I like to change is crouch toggle. I like to put that on mouse button 5, so then I can easily slide without taking my hands off like the movement key. So then I can always slide whenever I want to. But also that means change your ultimate ability, which normally is on Z, change that to C. For your tactical ability, change that to mouse button 4, which should be your first mouse button. Just because then you can easily use the tactical ability whenever you want to. For example, like your adrenaline thing, or your cryptogen. And in pretty much all the other keyblinds, I've kept default. I don't change them at all. I thought that. Oh yeah, one last thing is I'd say change is your aim and sights. Definitely change that to hold, because toggle, basically you got to press it twice. Press it once to aim in and let go of it, and then press it again to get out of aim. Keep that on hold, because then you can just hold its aim. Personally, I don't like toggle, but if you like toggle, then keep it. That's up to you. Now I'm gonna do it for controller people who like using controller, which personally I do play on controller quite a lot, so this might help quite a lot of people. But I play between both keyboard mouse for like PC and controller for Xbox and PC. So for controller settings, crouch button, just do that to toggle. Because holding is just like, you just got to hold it, which is just nah. Aim button, again, same as keyboard mouse, where you got to hold, just hold it. Toggle is just like, got to press it twice. It's not good. Trigger dead zones. This is the most important thing, one of the most important things about your controller. Turn that off. If it's on default, like it is, like it shows here, basically, if it's on none, you fire faster. So, for example, if I'm on none and you're on default, I will fire faster and probably most likely win the gunfight, because I can fire my gun faster than you can. Curve speed, that's up to you how fast. So basically how fast you run in the menu of controller. So for example, if I turn my controller and show you here, if you see basically, this is how fast it runs. You can turn it faster to go faster, or down to turn it slower. But I'd say it's up to you what you choose. But I'm going to personally keep it like there. Look sensitivity. I've been playing since season 1. I've actually been testing lots of sensitivities and lots of frequencies of what I like. So back in like season 1, I used to play on default because that's what I used to like. But as I've gone through seasons, I've gradually improved. And for season 4, for my opinion, I'd recommend for look sensitivity be on 5 and look ADS be on 4. Of course, if you're not used to high sensitivity, then I'd say just keep on what you're comfortable with. But if it is too high, then adjust as you feel, please. Response curve. I've been messing around quite a lot. Default is actually not even that bad. It's basically if you're used to like Titanfall movement, Titanfall like feel. It's basically the classic respawn feel. Steady. I actually like steady. I used to use steady quite a lot back in like season 2 and 3. Steady was my main aim assist thing. It's got very good bullet control, and your ADS and your where they go towards target is actually quite strong. But recently in this season, I've changed to fine aim. Fine aims socialize for small gradual adjustments. Basically, what this means is, it'll as you move your aim faster or like slowly, it will increase your accuracy. So basically, you'll get better accuracy. Hopefully, high velocity. I'll say no, because that basically means your sensitivity will increase quite a lot, and it is not that good. Linear. That's raw input. Basically, it's like raw input automatic. But I'd say keep it on fire aim. But you can again choose what you want or you like. But I'd say try out fire aim. You might like it. You might have a change. Look dead zone. I would say keep that on small. Small is actually a decent thing. But if you're none, basically you're gonna drift aim when you're in battle. Movement dead zones. Keep that on small. Inverted look. Keep that off, because again, for same as speed mouse, if you look up, it looks down, and so on. Vibration. This is a very important thing. Turn this off straight away. With on, it can mess with your aim, because basically when you shoot, your control vibrates, which it can put you off. Of course, if you're used to this, and then just keep it on. But my personal preference is keep it off. For video, which this is for PC one, but for Xbox mostly, your field of view, I would say keep it around 90, which is default, and 106. Personally, I like it on between 90 and 100. That's what I feel like is most best. Also, sprint view shake. Turn that off straight away. When it's on normal, basically your screen will shake when it's on, which you do not want in battle, which we can mess your aim up, so keep it on minimal. If you're on PC, I'll go for the PC things. So PC, if you want good graphics, VSync turn off because it will lock your FPS to your monitor refresh rate, which it cannot be that good. But mostly all these settings are low. I can change higher, so like for example, I do play on like mostly high settings. But if you want like the best FPS and smoothness, then like keep it on quite a lot of it in low. But if you want, if you don't mind it's looking or having the FPS low and just high graphics, but then keep it high. On audio, this is another important thing. I would say for audio, keep your master volume. It's up to you though, but I like it on 60. That's a good balance. This is basically the PC version for like mic threshold. That's basically PC only for like PC. Sound effects, keep that on. I'd say between 60 and 80. It's basically like the game sounds. Dialogue volume, that's basically when you like your character speaks, or like Pathfinder says "Hi friends," or like whenever, or like voice quotes and all that. I'll say keep it on 60. Just turn on low, then you'll never know your pings. Like if your character says like enemy over there or enemy targeted, then you won't be hearing it on 0. So I'll say keep it around 60 to 80 again, or lower if you need to if it's too loud. Music volume, that's basically music in the lobby. You don't need to hear it. You can if you really like the music, but if you want to listen to that music. But I'll say keep it on between 30 and 40. Again, lobby music. This is basically just some music in the lobby. I'd say keep it between again 30 and 40, because then if your friend's talking, you can't. It's like blasting max volume, which you can hear now. Basically, you won't be able to hear much, but I'll say keep it on 30. Sound and background. This is basically for PC only. Keep it off, so then you can hear any notification, which can be a good thing for like if you're recording videos, like I am right now, and everything's like I'm in text to speech. Basically, anyone who texts on PC, it'll come out as voice, which I'll say keep that off. You can easily read. It's not like you can just hear sound or like So I'll just say keep it off. You can easily read. Convert incoming voice to text. I'll just keep that off. And that's basically the complete settings guide, my personal preference for season 4. Also, what I will be doing in the future is tips and tricks how to get like better aim for PC, how to get your aims on accurate, and more. Also, I'll be doing a lot more gameplay with me and my friend, which you'll all see in the future. And we got some loads of video ideas coming up soon. But I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.